Your body speaks every day through stress, emotions, and even chronic symptoms that are often misunderstood as only physical. I'm Julie Drake, the Mind Body Detective, and this podcast is about tuning into those clues and finding innovative ways to resolve what's really under the surface. I want to talk to you today about some of my own struggles to own my holistic health practitioner identity. Now, these are raw moments. These are from the heart. And how me being fluffy, having this extra layer of weight on me, really kept me small and hidden for a long time. I tend to judge this extra layer very harshly. And now I see this as wise protection from my body. We're going to uncover why this not enough feeling shows up and really how it can be your nervous system, my nervous system, protecting me, keeping me small so that I didn't get hurt. But when I realized that it was guarding my visibility, it was a huge turning point for me. And I was able to step into my calling confidently because I gave myself permission to do that. I give myself permission to be seen, fluffy and all. Nothing else has changed. It's just my internal dialogue. And now everything that I bring to you is different. If you're here, maybe it's because you are meant for more. You feel that nudge deep inside of you that something is brewing, but something is also holding you back because this podcast is for you. We're going to dig into the body, the nervous system, how it all takes shape and how you can work with it to help your healing journey to step into your calling because you are created to live the life that you are meant to live. No more staying small. You don't have to do this. So let's jump right in. Let me take you back. I was standing in front of the mirror. I just finished a great client session, a lot of shifts happening, a lot of great, celebrations with this client. And I remember sitting there looking at myself thinking, how on earth can I bring this to the world? Look at me. I am fluffy. I'm carrying all this extra weight. How can I stand up and say I'm a holistic health practitioner? The word fraud kept coming up over and over and over again. I felt like an imposter in my own skin. Here I was teaching about holistic health, nervous system regulation, intuitive eating, body trust, and my own body didn't even look like what I wanted my before and after pictures to look like. So what did I do? The only thing I could do. I hid behind baggy clothes. I hid behind camera angles that would make me look a certain way. And I didn't post videos that showed me in a light that I didn't want to be shown in for a very long time until I didn't. Because you know what? I realized one thing. Fluffy is not a failure. Fluffy is just where I am right now. It's not about discipline. It's not about lack of willpower. It's my nervous system keeping me safe and protected from something that is deeper still. And I will work through it and it will be okay. But for right now, I choose to bring all of me to this marketplace, not from a state of judgment, but from a state of calling, because this is where I'm meant to be. I feel it. My client results speak for themselves. The people that I bring through group programs, their results speak for themselves. And I refuse to stay quiet and small anymore. If you've ever shrunk yourself in a photo, hid in the back, avoided video calls, or being out there on social media, downplayed your own gifts, talents, voice, in any profession or calling that you have, maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's your own evidence that something's going on in your nervous system. There's something, some way that your body is protecting you for saying, I don't feel safe. And it needs your help. That is that first knock on the door, that first whisper of, hey, I'm here and I need some attention. But what do you do with it? Let's talk about that. Not enough voice, because I hear this from a lot of people. And you might have heard about mindset shifts or mindfulness or affirmations. And That to me is the surface. You can restate things, you can put post it notes a lot of places, but unless you work on the underneath, that deeper layer, that nervous system underneath, why is the body saying it's not enough, not thin enough, not smart enough, not young or old enough? It's not transformed enough for you to do what you want to do. It is just the sign of your body saying something isn't safe yet, something deep down. So, what can you do about it? First, I want to give you permission to go out there, to be seen, not in a fixed body, but in your own body as it sits right now. Because I'll tell you what, I spent years trying to fix the outside of me when I really needed to be focused on the inside of me. And when I gave myself permission to fix the inside out, everything changed because the body heals in layers. And what is happening under the surface is oftentimes more important, but people don't see the inside. You feel the inside. Because today I can tell you that my digestive flare ups are largely gone. I used to get really bad stomach cramps after eating, it felt uncomfortable. My histamine triggers are still there, but I'm learning to navigate them. I'm able to navigate the things that life throws at me, those great joys or those really low lows, a lot differently. I always laughed at Joyce Meyer saying she would have this emotional meltdown for weeks, and then it was days, and then it was hours. And now I understand what she's saying because really things that used to keep me balled up for weeks now might take days, or things that kept me balled up for hours now take minutes. And it's a very different way of living. It's a much calmer way of living. But oftentimes people don't see that side of you. Yes, your family might see it because you are emotionally different. Doesn't mean you never lose your crap because we're human, but it's different. You feel different. You show up differently. Even if the outside packaging still looks the same, give yourself grace and permission to step into whatever that purpose is that you have. That's what I decided to do. And that's why I'm here today. But I want to share with you a way that you can tune in to your own body. You want to do a quick exercise with me? Let's get started. This is a small glimpse at an exercise that I like to teach people to find yeses and nos inside their own body. So I want you to get quiet. If you're driving, pause this until you can sit with this. You don't need to be fully sitting or lying down. You can do it standing up. But I do want you to take a moment to take a deep inhale in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Make your exhale longer than your inhale and do that one more time. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And I just want you to ask that question: where in my body do I feel safe being seen? And sit where does that light up? Where does it feel safe? Where do you feel calm? Where do you feel joy? And then I want you to ask the question, body, where do I feel unsafe being seen right now? And again, pay attention to what comes up. No forcing, no judgment, just noticing. Some people feel a tightness in their throat. Some people feel their shoulders go up to their ears, their jaw tightening, clenched teeth. Some people feel a nervous knot in the pit of their stomach, or their glutes and thighs stiffening, or their calves stiffening, their feet cramping. Could be anything, or even just your heart rate starting to get a little bit faster, your palms getting clammy, your face flushing. All of that is indications where your body does not feel safe. But I don't want you to judge it. I want you to notice it. And then I want you to breathe into it. You are showing your body, your nervous system, your protector that you've got this. You don't need it to stand guard any longer. So I want you to take that other deep breath in, and I want you to do that through ever that spot in your body that felt tight or warm or heavy. So let's pretend it's your throat. You know, you might have had situations in your past where you were told, sit down, be quiet, don't share your feelings, don't say that. It's not safe to say that. Anything that is like that oftentimes resonates in the throat. So put your hand on your throat and breathe into that area. Inhale. And then as you breathe out, imagine a cool white light going through that area, washing all of that junk out of that space in your body and reminding it that it's safe. This isn't about instant change. It's about consistency. It's about small reassurances to your nervous system so it can start to stand down. It can start to calm. It won't rear its ugly head and stand guard all the time, being vigilant, the more you give it permission to calm. If you're new to this kind of listening to your body, don't worry if it seems weird or unfamiliar or if nothing comes up. It's normal. It's okay because this is a skill that you can learn, but oftentimes you need some practice, and that's okay. That's why it's here. You can rewind this and do this over and over again. The one thing that I encourage you, don't get mad at yourself. Don't get mad at your body. Wait until it's ready to release. Because again, the body releases in layers. And if you've ever built a deck of cards, you know, you used to stack cards when you were kids, you built this big tower of cards. What would happen if you took out the middle layer before you took out the top layer? It's going to fall. That's the same as your nervous system, and your body is going to release that safety in layers. Don't pull out the middle or the foundation before your body is ready. It might release a little bit at a time, and a little bit at a time, and a little bit of the time. And just sit with that and thank it for those small adjustments, those small shifts, because even a small shift can have a domino effect with symptoms on the outside layer, things you don't even expect. But pay attention to them because they're happening. So I give you permission, just like when I sat quietly and heard permission. I give you full permission to step into your purpose, to use your voice, to go do the thing that you're supposed to do, even if you do it messy to start, even if you do it in a body that doesn't look like you want to look like at that moment, even if your voice doesn't sound like what you want it to sound like at the moment. Start small, build from there. That's how everybody gets started. We just don't see them in their messy beginning or their messy middle. Because here's what I know. When I gave myself permission to show up, fluffy layers and all, everything changed. It helped how I showed up for myself, for my clients, and all of you out there taking my online courses, listening to these podcasts. My body began to soften, not from force, but from safety. The weight that's left, it's not necessarily a hard armor, it's a part of me. And as I learn more and more how to let it know that it's safe, how to look deeper at those maybe ancestral things that are, I'm holding on to things that might not even be mine anymore. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm still showing up. I'm still choosing to be me in the shape my body is right now, as I also give my nervous system what it needs, because that is when true holistic transformation can begin. Not from a place of shame, but a place of love. I live in this body every day. I might as well learn to love the house I'm in at the moment. Just like me, you don't have to have it figured out. Everything doesn't have to fix all at the same time. You are worthy today. You are worthy of starting right now. Thanks for being here with me. If this is your first time, it means a lot that you're here. Drop me a comment, share what you liked best about this episode. I read them. And subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. In the next episode of the Mind Body Detective, I'm going to dive deep into early diagnosis of lupus, IBS, early onset arthritis, and what I did with that in my 20s and 30s, and what all that looks like today. Until next time, you've got this.